here I am with this diary of building a business with soul, and I decided to do this a long time ago. I'd say 6 years ago. And it's like anything else, when you set an intention, what I've discovered is it doesn't just happen. That if you set a goal, it doesn't just happen. You know that way where you go to the gym and you have all the best intentions to follow through. The gyms are full on Januaries. I remember when I used to go to the gym, January was a bit of a nightmare actually, because suddenly it was full, couldn't get parked, couldn't get a locker. And what I've discovered is the reason people don't keep things up is because you have to face everything that you are that isn't the thing that you want. And so I've spent the last 6 years methodically facing the version of me that was showing up before compared to the version of me that's showing up now. And that's what I'm writing my book about, actually. And that's part of my soul business. So here I am founding this business called Soul Business, and it's all about creating from your heart. And that could be anything. If you want to work in the financial sector doing stocks, it could be a soul business. If you want it to be an art studio, that's soul business. It's, for me, a soul business might conjure up woo-woo, or it might conjure up creativity, but for me it's whatever your heart, your soul, your being, your truth wants to create. And over the years I've been really lucky, because any job that I've had, most jobs I've had, I've loved. And I witnessed a lot, particularly dentists, who were not enjoying what they were doing. I witnessed dentists who absolutely loved what they were doing, but I witnessed a lot who were in what we call the golden handcuffs. And I've kind of been there myself, but not so that I couldn't change it. And let me say, it wasn't easy to change it, but this, where you've built something, you loved it, and then you've outgrown it, and then you don't know how to change it, because you might have got kids in private school, you might have got commitments, or you might have got a spouse that it's not good for them, you don't think it's good for them. If you turn around and say you want to do something completely different, I've been there. And it took a lot of courage to change it, but let me tell you, it was worth it. And that's what the last 6 years have been about for me. So here I am. I go right back to the beginning. Rich and I are on a pet sit just now because we wanted to get away, to create the space to create. And it's quite daunting, but I promised I would document the journey. It's just day 2 for me. And this morning we've had a really good discussion, and what's coming up for me is I've created the space and it's still quite scary, and it's time to turn that mirror and face myself. And I've been asking these questions, well, what's scary really? And most of it is from childhood. Most of it is what you might want to call childhood trauma or conditioning or whatever it is, but more of that as we go along, because that's what my soul business is all about. It's about meeting those places privately yourself and bringing the tools for people to do that, so that you can move through and show up authentically you and in your truth. But here I am, I'm here now. I'm able to show up authentically me and in my truth, and it still feels a little bit daunting and scary, not so much as it did, but yeah, just recognizing that and recognizing the journey that I've been on. And actually, if I could go back and say anything to myself 6 years ago, what would I say? I'd say, it's all perfect, Joanne. You're gonna need some courage. There's some really steep learning curves, and trust yourself. So it's all going to be okay. And so with that being said, I guess that's what my future self is saying to me right now. Same thing. We're going to need some courage and to trust myself. And it's a mixture, isn't it? It's a nice balance between what the head's saying and what the heart's saying, and to check in and to make sure that I'm staying with my own truth, which is it's not easy, because there's fear of judgment, fear of all sorts of things. But when we dig down and we really look at them things, they're not necessarily fears that are founded in any logic, but they are valid because they're true to us. These are true to me. But on a whole, I'm ready to do this now. I'm ready to document it. I'm ready to write it will be my third book. I've got one published, I'm writing another, and the story about this journey, that's going to be my third book. I had it all, but not myself, is the book. And where does it come from? It comes from having the perfect life and loving that life, loving my kids, loving my partner that I was with at the time, but realising I'd outgrown it and I wanted more. And when I say I wanted more, it wasn't materialistic, it was from the soul. So yeah, I hope that's given you some contemplations for yourself. And here we go. Time for me to document all this.